Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Loads of PC, and welcome back to War in the Pacific, the play-by-email game against Invictus. So, being a little bit of a delay, I didn't get Invictus' turn till quite late, and Invictus accidentally sent me the previous turn, which is totally fine. It happens. You know, we've obviously two people who have lives, and sometimes we can, be slow on the draw and things like that, and I'm sure I'm going to make the same mistake he made, and send him the same day, be like, there you go, there it is, and he'll be like, hang on a minute, I think I did this yesterday. But yes, so we are cracking on. It is the middle of January now, so we've got a month and a half, 2.5 months really, to try and achieve most of our landings and objectives that we want. Looks like none of our bombers over Singapore managed to find their target tonight. It looks like the is going pretty well. A blackout in Singapore. We've bombed Kukong. No real damage done. Interestingly enough, we've still got a couple more bellies coming. But yeah, it doesn't seem like the AVG is flying from Kukong either. We have got some infantry and some units on the way there as well, so we'll be able to kind of deny that base, hopefully, to Invictus, and see how things go. But here is interesting. We do have some Nels that did manage to make it over Singapore, and what we saw there was buffaloes and Blenheims, and trying to intercept us at night. So it does seem that Invictus is trying his best to hit us at night. We are losing aircraft to flak. Hopefully not too much, but again, we don't seem to be doing a lot of damage. And that kind of makes me wonder if this is kind of still worth it. A buffalo has managed to get close to a Nell, but it lost it at night. Yeah, we're not really damaging the airfield at all, so I am wondering if it is worth it. I think something that we might do instead is try a good old-fashioned sweep. We need to make sure that we've got Oscars in the area and close enough that we can do it. But yeah, this kind of just isn't really working for us at the moment, which is a shame. You know, it was a plan to see if we could negate the amount of buffaloes and stuff that Invictus has here by doing it at night, but it honestly doesn't really seem to be working for us. We're losing some aircraft, nothing too extravagant that I'm particularly worried, but we're not doing the damage that I want to be doing. If we were losing some of these aircraft and, say it said, allied fighter damage or allied, bomber damage, whatever, then or destroyed, then I wouldn't worry about it as much. But we're not even seeing hits on the airfield. Now, I understand that Japanese aircraft, particularly earlier in the war, and well, any point in the war really, are not as good at night as their allied counterparts, mostly due to the lack of radar. But yeah, I think it's just not really working for us. So we will stop that, and then we will kind of see how things, see what we can do with those instead. Maybe a couple of days just to rest and recuperate, get their planes back in order, and go from there. But at the moment, I think the night bombing of Singapore is not necessarily worth it. We saw a few days ago, and a few videos ago, what good night bombing looks like, which is when we managed to destroy some of the flying tigers on the ground. An O-20 tried to hit one of our DMSs, missed, luckily for us, because that's one of our anti-submarine ships. Something I might do also as well, thinking about mining and stuff. Mining Miri and Balikpapan might be two very useful things to do. Again, sweep over Changte, nothing. So he hasn't got the AVG further back either. So again, kind of wondering where they are. It's not something that we've necessarily noticed. Yeah, it's an interesting one. Okay, that causes a bit of casualties. See, this is the thing we've got to be careful of, is random Oscars suddenly ending up flying over Singapore, which is absolutely not what we want. We've got lilies there that, again, not really going to be useful to us, because, let's be honest, everything in the wrong spot. Now, there's a fair few Dutch bombers here, although, well, these seem to be says it's flying from Singawang. I don't know if they are. I think what we will do here is have a look at our intel. And then from there we'll be able to tell if they are indeed actually able to fly from, you know, Sumatra and things. Because that's where I think they would be coming from. So HK Mavis reports sighting 4 ships. And that was not a false report. So, we will need to see where that was found. Because, again, that's what our Mavises are here for. They are our, you know, eyes and ears. So yeah, you can see this is saying it's coming from Singawang. Now, again, it could be, you know, Invictus could have these guys here. And if he does, then we will bomb it, you know, bomb them on the ground, I think. Because he doesn't really have fighter cover there. So we can bomb them on the ground and deal with them that way. But yeah, we will see. Okay. Again, subs trying to hit us as we're offloading stuff. We're doing some damage. You know, it is saying it's doing some, taking on some water. But there we go. There we go. An actual hit with the depth charge taking on water, engines damaged. It might not have sunk it, but again, that's going to be much better, and it's probably going to force it into port. More? More subs trying to sink destroyers. I mean, makes sense, fair enough. It's kind of what he's got to do. But yes, so, this is us bombarding Clarkfield. Not quite sure why I did this, because I don't think I've managed to... Oh, no, I did have more units there. No, we did move the units from southern Luzon up, so we do have more guns now. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how this goes, so to speak, if this is a little bit more even, or if we're still getting battered. We're still getting battered. Yeah, that's not great. Now, we know that the Allies are massively dug in. According to this, defending force of 62,000 troops, 1,001 guns. So yeah, they are massively dug in, which is going to be a real pain in the ass to get them out of there. We do have more stuff kind of coming, so hopefully that will help. New Britain is pretty much under our control now. Pretty much. Not completely. We've still got a little bit left to do. But it's pretty much there. So fingers crossed we can do a little bit more there. But, well, get rid of that little unit that's on... wow! 328 casualties. Now, again, luckily for us, most of these casualties are indeed, you know, just disabled, so they can come back relatively quickly. But that's a lot of casualties. A lot of casualties. Okay, so we've got our usual, a couple of air bases that have been built up. One was in Japan, which was only level 1, so I'm going to let that build. But one was in Shanghai, so that's level 7. I don't need that to build anymore, and the same with Canton. I don't need this to build anymore. We do actually need more reinforcements in Canton, according to this. Or more garrisons, sorry, in Canton. How much do we need? That's Hong Kong. I don't care about Hong Kong. It needs another 64, which we don't really have nearby. Okay, the 104th Division has arrived in Kukong. Let's set it up to bombard, again, just to kind of see what's there. And I think this is... Well, we've got aircraft we can support it with. So, these guys that are flying air... I understand, okay, that Kukong is rough terrain and they aren't moving, so the likelihood of them doing damage is low. However, I do want them to attack and give support to our units that are there. No, that's all we did. Is there another one? Yeah, there it is. So day, ground attack, 50%. They can give support to the units that are there, to try and knock them out the way, I suppose. Again, not the best terrain for us to be dealing with, but still, it is better than nothing. And if we're able to get some damage, then great. So the other thing we need to do, or we want to do, is we need to stop these flights, because they're not making it. So stand them down. They're actually mostly equipped. They've got a few planes that are damaged. We've got 70 replacements in the pool, so we don't need to worry too much about that. So that's good. We do have... we only have 9 zeros there, never mind. I was like, we do have some zeros here. There's 9 of them. So that's not really going to be worthwhile. Where are we? These are on night, so stand these down as well. And I think these are the other ones on night, so stand those down. Again, yeah, you can see that these ones are much, much heavier. Taking a lot more damage. Replacements are delayed for 4 days. What about the Betty bombers? How are they looking? Yeah, they're also looking pretty rough. We've got a few that need maintenance and getting repaired, but yeah, they're also looking rather rough, which is not good. So yeah, it just kind of, again, it means we don't end up using up all our aircraft when we need them for key ideas. Now, something we can actually do. The Bettys can stand down, but the Nels that look pretty good, so these ones, not these ones, sorry. They also need more pilots, actually. So, get 5 pilots from replacement. We will have a check of our pilots soon-ish. These ones that are pretty much full. We'll set these to anti-submarine patrol. And then you can do a little bit of training too. We know that there's submarines in the area. This means it's just going to kind of help us out a bit in regards to that. So I'm happy there. So let us quickly go to aircraft data, allied aircraft. Now, nation, we can do it this way because it's easier. Go down to Dutch. 193 WH9. Sorry, WH3. So what's its range? Normal radius is 8 hex, extended radius is 9 hex. Okay, so it's bombing Kuching. It can't fly from Pamlavang, which is intriguing. We have got a bit more kind of going on. There is fighters down there in Pamlavang. Everything else seems pretty chill. Where are our amphibious fleets? They're there. They're also being covered by our heavy cruisers, the Takeo and the Yagato. Where are our carriers, though? We should have a couple of carriers down here. There they are. Right, they're heading back to Ahsoka. I don't want them to. I want them to patrol down here. So let us clear destination. We don't want them to go to a destination. Actually, we can clear all the waypoints. Go back. How do I do this again? There we go, set patrol zone. So, we'll get these to patrol around here. Obviously keeping an eye on stuff. They should have their oilers nearby. Where are they? So these guys are following. The Congo and Haruna are following, just in case there's anything there. I thought there would be some oilers nearby. But where are they? The thing is, they're not. There's a couple of oilers there, so we can give them oilers on the way back to make sure they're nice and supplied. So yeah, it's not flying from there. So what we're going to do is let's do a airfield attack and select target. Attack Sinkawak. Again, apologies for terrible pronunciation of that, but yeah, get that attacked. Try to break Tarakan, please. That would be extremely nice. 38th Division, unit organization, still offloading. But most of the troops are here now. Most of them are here. Oh, there's a few. There's some guns. We still need the heavy howitzers. Okay, there's quite a few guns. We'll give them another day then at least. But you can see Invictus is according to our info, Invictus is moving troops up. So that's good for us to know. Now then, we should somewhere be moving or planning to move a load of aviation battalions, but I can't see where they're moving. They have moved at all. There's a base force there. Where's that going? Senaloke, which is going up there. Okay, that's fine. That's for the invasion of Burma. We've got a load in Phnom Penh. Have we started moving these yet? No. Because there's 30 Oscars there. Plus with the Oscars we have elsewhere. That should be more than enough for what we need. You know, it should be enough to help us cover. Also, good news, Kuala Lumpur. We're there. We have troops at Kuala Lumpur. So let's get in. Let's also get the 6th Tank Regiment in there as well. So we can start moving troops up even quicker. Yeah, I thought we were moving stuff over. But it doesn't seem like we are. Unless we're moving it from Camera Bay, but I don't think we were doing that either. I'm very confused. Wait, there was a couple of things there at Strat Move at the bottom. What were they? Infantry regiments. Okay, yeah, they're like the... they're the 2nd Division. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I've not done that. Very weird. So, let us go form UTF. Transport. And I'm going to move them up to Bangkok in strat mode, because it's going to be a lot easier that way. Troop capacity. So, we've got the Maizan Maru, and we'll take a couple of these as well. Now, load troops, we're just going to do load troops on only. And we'll take 3 battalions. Verify load. Add ship, just for an extra safety factor. Okay, cool. So, set destination, Bangkok. I know that, you know, we arguably, could just move them up. But I think by the, to Phnom Penh. But honestly, by the time we get them onto the boats and stuff, it'll be a lot easier. And then we can move them via rail to Kota Bharu. Or even somewhere like, you know, Temula. Because Temula is closer, again. And then we can start our sweeps over Singapore to really make sure that Invictus has... You know, we deny the airspace to Invictus, because that's going to be the big plan. Okay, how are we looking elsewhere? So, we resupplied troops at Gasmata. The Mazzaro 1st SNLF need to kind of do the same. We need to pick them up and move them forward. Again, I think Lunga needs to be a point that we take. But again, something that I want to make sure is that if we do take that, we know what's there. Now, the 4 ships that are sighted, let's go back into our op report. It was during... This is going to be a nightmare. Not Submarine Wake, not Vals, although you will keep... No, Eba. Great, one of the Vals from the cargo crashed. Where was it? Said a Mavis spotted 4 aircraft. I just wrong with what I thought? Maybe I was wrong. Okay. Large strategic maps. Go on to this. The only thing we've seen with any real interest is, yeah, it's in Port Moresby. Okay, that's frustrating. Okay, load troops. Okay, yeah, that is rather frustrating actually. No port, it does. Okay, so we need to move these naval guard units out. Again, these can be things that take longer, etc. And then again, I kind of want to see if we can start moving towards New Hebrides and stuff, but that's quite aggressive. Now, these forces here, they need to come out strat move. So we've got our aviation companies, we've got base forces, we've got construction battalions now. So in theory, it's not how I actually say theory, I just do it for a bit of lols. In theory, we should build quicker now, and obviously have the aviation support available for most of our aircraft. Kind of there, not exactly. You generally want one per engine. Now, the only thing that we kind of don't, I suppose, is on the Mavises, but we do have AVs here, so that kind of helps. Right, so let's set them on the map. Let's set it basically at 90 degrees and then at 180 degrees. Oh, no, I want to do that. I want to do that. Let's make sure that plenty of them are searching. So, if we hover over a patrol plane, yeah, 80 to 260. Oh, wait, that's anti-submarine. I mean, yes, we still do want them that, but we want to do 90. There we go, that's better. Although, I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get around to do all of that. It might mean we need more Mavises over here if we want to really, really cover, what you call it? Cover Rabaul, basically, and see what we can find. Now, we do have our Babs here, which, if I'm right in thinking, we should be able to fly to Rabaul. Being unreachable. What's their maximum range? 28. Okay, select that. Maybe truck and then Rabaul. Yeah. Where's the rest of it? Oh, basically where it's where everything's been kind of stuck. Okay, that's fine. But again, it's some recon aircraft that will help us be able to see what's going on. We're still dropping loads of supplies on Lingen. So that's kind of fun. And they're mostly being used. Amphibious movement is going. We've got a load of stuff there. A load of stuff there. There's a load of ships just kind of hanging about. And I never know quite what to do with them. That is cargo. Now, this should be... Oh, wait. Hold on. So, set destination. Go to Hiroshima, or Takayama. CS. So, CS for resources. Don't think you need to really return with anything else, but yeah. So, we'll start moving more of those resources out of Hong Kong. We'll be able to dock. Cool. Okay, again, I think most things are where we want them to be, and most things are happening how we want it to happen. I think maybe, excuse the sniffles, a couple more APs perhaps, heading south, but we've still got those being constructed, as well as AKs, or rather we've got AKs converting to AKTs. Let's have a look, see if there's any that have done there. There is the Shahi Maru, which has done it, and the Kyo Maru. Now that can actually convert to an AKE, which would be kind of useful. How many days on this? 11 days. Okay, it's not worth that yet. We do have the Hagaru, good stuff there. Because again, I kind of want to move everything down at once if I can, because it makes it a lot easier. There is transport there for the 53rd Division, but I don't think they're going to be able to load onto that. Absolutely don't think that's going to load, no. Turn on troops only. Yeah, they need a lot more than that. Yeah, 7,000 short. Okay. Let's not do that. And we haven't actually got anything in there getting ready to change. I need to really make my notes for this, so I'm aware of, like, this is turning into an AKT, or this is turning into etc, etc. Because maybe if we go list active ships, AKs, Sama, there's a couple, there's actually a few in Sama, so I think that's what we need to do. We need to move those from Sama. We got this one at Balikpapan, which I think is doomed. Yeah, a lot of them are either in Sama or are... Where's that? Okay, it's nearby. So let us move those then. So form new TF, transport, and troop capacity. There is an AP there. We'll take that with us as well. We've got the LSD, which we want to move. We'll move in the future. We have a plan for that. Okay. So troop capacity. We need another 17,000. There. That might not even be enough, but hopefully it will be. And in regards to cover, there's the Ashigara, which is nearly repaired. They don't have any. There's a sub chaser I could send with it. Okay, not the best. Set home port. Osaka, Kyoto. And go at cruise speed. Oh my god, 8! Oh, I'm putting you into mission speed. He's only going to move at 10, which is still slow, but at least you can get there. Right, return to Osaka. And then that means we should be able to then bring that south. And we can send it to Singapore to help break that. And then we'll also make sure... Oh, where do we see some others? We saw some in Amoy. Where else? I know that these are a lot of APs, and there's a few AKTs there as well. Amoy has one. 1900 troop capacity. What about these? Yeah, I mean, we can send that down as well. There is also an ACM there that doesn't have mines, and I can't remember what I need to rearm the mines, but let us do transport. The AKT, and let's take the 2 Marus there down. Set home port, Rabul, and then they can pick those guys up from there and move them. There's probably also stuff there down here in Rabul, but hey, it at least allows us to move them. quicker to get them out of the chance of losing their supply. And then in regards to what we want to join them, to escort them, what's their speed? 15 or 15 at the most. In terms of patrol craft. Fucking hell. I want more. Can I have more patrol craft, please, game? Where are my destroyers? I got one there. That's not going to be good enough. There's one there as well. But I bet you these are awful destroyers. Yeah, it's the Okaze. It's a Mankaze class. It's also terrible. What is this? So there's 3 DMSs? Again, only 2,000. There is a few more destroyers here. Okay, form UTF, surface combat. Let's send the... Oh, it's slightly damaged. So... Wait. Manage ships under repair. They can't repair any more where they are. But they do have some flotation damage. We'll keep an eye on them. Or do we send to a couple of destroyers? Where were they? They are in TF14 that don't have that damage. We could send 3 just to really make sure that they're safe. Meet task force. So let me just remind myself what the hell TF14 is doing down here. Surface combat. TF14, please. It's the Notori. Now, Saigon should have repair shipyards. They do, 20,000. Is there anything in Saigon being repaired at the moment? Yes. Why that isn't in the shipyard, I don't know. A couple of transport ships. Okay, so let us go here. Form UTF, surface combat. The 2 major damage ones, and actually we've got the Notori as well. I think, yeah, just move anything that's majorly damaged. Set home port, Saigon, please. And then auto disband so that I don't forget about you, and then that should hopefully let them get repaired properly. Okay, so we will leave it here now that we're moving some transport ships around and doing what we need to do. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Remember to come and join us on the Discord. The link is down below. And obviously do the YouTube things of like and subscribe, because it does actually help the channel. And also drop a comment. You know, comments also really, really help. You know, and if you know, do drop comments, it will be able to see what you guys think of the campaign, as well as obviously let other people know and spread the news around. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Have a very, very good day, whatever you are doing, and we'll see you all next time. Have a good one. Bye.